Welcome to another video from 254 Repair. In this one, we will be going over the glass only replacement on an iPhone 6. So the first step that we're going to take is we're going to test the screen, the broken screen that we have on hand, to make sure that the LCD and digitizer actually work properly. So it's good to go. Touch works, LCD works, there's no lines, there's nothing. So now we're gonna move to the next step, which is putting some tape on the screen to increase the suction that the LCD separator will apply to the screen. That way the screen doesn't move while we are removing the glass. So we put packing tape, scotch tape, whatever you want to call it, and we make sure that we cover all the cracks, and that will hold the screen to the LCD separator machine. The only step that you will not see in this video is us removing the frame, which is pretty self-explanatory. So we're gonna go ahead and move straight into the glass, removing the glass from the LCD. So we put it in the machine, we get the wire in between the glass and the LCD, and we start the machine. So as you can see, the machine moves the cable, the wire, back and forth and cuts through the glue while it heats the LCD and the glass. The temperature that you want to use is no more than 60 degrees, and that is because if you apply too much heat, you will damage the LCD. So this part we are not going to fast forward. We're gonna let you watch the entire process on real time so you get an idea how long it takes to separate that glass from the LCD. As you can see, it just came out perfectly. We're removing the last pieces of glass, and now it starts the tedious process. We need to remove the remaining of the adhesive that is stuck to the screen. So we're gonna go ahead and test it one more time just in case to make sure that this screen didn't get damaged in this part of the process. As you can see, touch still works, LCD still works. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the cleaning. Now we're gonna use a heat gun to loosen up, to make that adhesive soft again. And we got a really powerful one. As you can see, we got the screen now up to 5166 Celsius. So we're gonna go ahead and start scraping that glass and adhesive off the screen. Now this part we are going to fast forward. The one thing that you do need to know is that we are going to use heat, a plastic razor, and later on we're going to use denatured alcohol to remove the adhesive. When using the alcohol, you gotta be very careful. If that alcohol gets in between the LCD and the backlight, your backlight will get damaged, and then you still can repair it, but you will have to buy a new backlight and also install it and make sure that there's no marks, no fingerprints, or nothing like that. So let's fast forward this part of the process and move on to the next. As you can see, it's just cleaning, and we continue to use the plastic razor, a combination of heat, plastic razor, and denatured alcohol until we get that screen completely clean. Once all that is done, and it can take you up to 20 minutes depending on how fast and how carefully you need to do it, um, then we're going to go ahead and move to the next part of the procedure, which is using the laminator machine. Okay, we got it completely clean. So now we're ready to apply the optical clear adhesive. And we are not using the liquid one. We are using the actual laminated adhesive. So we place the LCD on the laminator machine, which applies vacuum to the back of the LCD to hold it in place. Then we align the OCA with the LCD, making sure that it covers every single part of the LCD. The vacuum didn't work in this try, so we're gonna go ahead and try it one more time. We open it up, close it, it works. We center it, place it on top, vacuum, it sucks it into place. Now both pieces, the vacuum and the LCD, are perfectly aligned. Out of the camera, what I'm doing right there is removing the plastic protector, and we slide the LCD, and perfect, without any bubbles. We release the vacuum in order to release that LCD, and let's take a look at it. Now the next part of the process is the one that you probably haven't heard or haven't seen, and if you have, I hope this video is way more clear. So in this part of the video, we're going to put our LCD with the glass into a vacuum chamber that is going to apply 120 pounds of pressure directly on top of the LCD and directly on top of the glass, and is going to suck out most of the bubbles. Now, this doesn't suck, this doesn't get rid of all the bubbles, the next machine will. We are not using a mold, and that is because we have done this a few times, so we know exactly how to place it, but it is recommended to use a mold. We do use it with other models that we don't have too much experience, but with the iPhone 6 we just do it without a mold. Again, the mold is available in the market. You can get it, and that will ensure that you get the screen perfectly centered. So we're gonna remove that plastic cover over that is over the oca carefully, and making sure that it doesn't um, lift up the oca, and that you don't touch it or leave your fingerprint on it, because then yeah, it will not look good. So once it's removed, we place the glass on top of the LCD, and we put it into the vacuum chamber. Now, this part of the process, you gotta be very, very careful, because if you leave too many bubbles, these machines are not gonna be able to take them out. Regardless of how good the machine is, if you leave huge bubbles, probably the size of a dime, uh, these machines will not get them out. I mean, no matter how good the machine is. I will recommend, if you get to the point where, if you get to this part of the process and you leave any bubble greater than 1/4 of an inch, you probably need to start all over again, because chances are you're not going to get rid of that bubble. So, as you can see, we do not try to glue the screen. I mean, uh, we do not apply the pressure, we let the machine do it. Uh, the moment that we made this video, this machine was around $2,000. It requires a compressor, a vacuum pump, and that is sold separately. The compressor, it needs to be able to put out at least 120 pounds of pressure per square inch, psi. And the vacuum pump, the one that we have is a 3/4 horsepower, capable of going down to 57 um, inches of mercury. I think that is the proper measurement. And um, those are the two additions that you need in order to make this machine work. The compressor, what it does is provides the pressure for the plate that is going to come down on that LCD. And the vacuum pump obviously sucks out the bubbles the best it can. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. As you can see, there goes the pressure plate, and it's currently applying 120 pounds of pressure. We're gonna go ahead and change the camera angle real quick so you can take a look at the gauges and the procedure. Now, it's going to be in this vacuum chamber for at least 3 to 4 minutes, and that is going to get rid of most of the bubbles. And if you did it right, um, you are just one step away from finishing the process. So there's our LCD. We're gonna go ahead and open the chamber. Right now, as you can see, the vacuum is dropping, and we are able to open the chamber. You can see the temperature is set at 62. It was at 62 Celsius. So besides the pressure, the vacuum, and there's also heat applied. As you can see, most of the bubbles are gone, and we're gonna go ahead and move this LCD directly into the pressure chamber. Now that mold that you see there is we're just using it to hold the screen in there so it doesn't touch the walls because the walls get hot too. And again, in this one we're gonna apply 55 degrees Celsius, and this gauge is set on Pascal. Uh, the equivalent is 120. I think it's at 7 Pascal, 8 Pascal, 0.8 Pascal. That should be an equivalent of around 120 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna go ahead and fast forward this video because the screen here needs to be in for 15 minutes. Once the screen has been in the pressure chamber for 15 minutes at 50 degrees and with 120 psi, all your bubbles should be removed. So we're gonna go ahead and depressurize the chamber and open it and see our result. The remaining of the process is applying a new frame and applying the ear mesh, the proximity sensor holder, and all the other little parts. We did not cover that on this video. The frame requires a frame laminator machine, which we do have. We just didn't cover it on this video specifically. We might make another one later on. But the rest of it is pretty much gluing the plastic uh, parts back to the screen. And as you can see, all the bubbles are out, and we're gonna go ahead and test the LCD to show you the end result. If this video was useful for you, please subscribe to our channel, give us a like. We'll be more than glad to answer questions. You can contact us by phone. To be honest, not all the time there will be somebody who will be able to answer all your questions on the phone, but you definitely can contact us via email. More information on the equipment and on the process will be posted on the website. So go ahead and look at the description. There might be links on the description that will take you to a specific page on our website that has this process described in detail. If not, go ahead and send us an email and we'll be more than glad to help you out with any questions. Please give us a like, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. Like I said, I hope this was useful for you, especially if you do have a business. And one more last time, thank you for watching, and please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We constantly put out videos like this one, and we are trying to cover like repairs on most common models. So you will not regret. You'll see pretty useful information on our channel. Thank you very much, and have a great day.